stand for the Mayor.
A very warm welcome to you all, to councillors and members of the public. Good to see so many of you up in the gallery here tonight. Could I, at this stage, mention councillors? Welcome back, Councillor Roger West.
I hope you can hear me. That's very kind of you. Will you permit me, after the ceremonies, the bits and pieces of the beginning, to say a few words of thanks to everybody? Maybe this isn't the approach to be at the time.
You'd like to do that at the end of the meeting, would you, or whenever you...
No, say here at the end
do you want to say a few words now? I'm more than happy for you to do so.
In that case, Mr. Mayor, I'm very grateful for you to let me have. By the way, can you understand me?
Yeah, I can indeed.
The radiotherapy has affected my hearing. So to me, I sound as though I'm half drunk. Maybe I am. I'm not here just to say I've been away 6 months, tick the box. That isn't why I'm here. Because I should go to any meeting to have done that. I wanted to be here to thank you and also to say welcome as the new mayor.
Thank you.
I hate not being at the mayor meeting, but quite frankly, Mr. Mayor, I was not up to it. If I should also make the point that I was extremely grateful to my dentist, and if there's one thing I will be doing in the next 6 months, it's to raise the profile of dentistry. Without my dentist, I would be dead. It's as simple as that. He then referred me to Guy's Hospital, and Guy's Hospital, within a few weeks, treated me and cut out the cancer. It's absolutely phenomenal what they have done. And the help and care I've had from my wife, the number of letters and cards I've had from residents, absolutely phenomenal. Infinitely bigger than I ever had at Christmas. The good wishes that I received did help me, buoyed me up. You've got no idea.
Yeah.
Poetry, people praying for me, and everything that helps. And I had the pleasure of receiving the gentleman who is now the deputy mayor and his wife. They made a point of coming to see me and my wife at home. It is appreciated, this sort of caring thing, which is what I've always known in Bournemouth Council. And it drove home to me the fact that I enjoy being a councillor, and some of you obviously want me to carry on.
Thank you, Roger. That was very, very nice. Good. Thank you. Everyone present is invited to stay standing for prayers that will be conducted by my chaplain, Councillor Roger Marley. Just before he says that, many of you will know perhaps that Councillor Roger Marley has had his own health problems in recent weeks and suffered a mini stroke. So I'm sure, wish Roger well tonight. I know you're not allowed to drive at the moment, over to you, Roger, for the prayer.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First, we stand for 2 prayers. One is for the council, as the Borough of Bournemouth. Lord, we are meeting today to conduct matters of business. Guide our hearts and our minds in the spirit of fairness, right thought and speech. Impart your supreme wisdom upon our activities so that our affairs may reach a successful conclusion. Thank you for being our source of guidance today. Amen. Amen. And a prayer for ourselves. Lord, I want to serve you as a counsellor. I may not have very much, but what I have I give to you. Health, a few brains, a talent or two, and a desire to do what you would wish me to do. Lord, teach me to mould that desire into action, to channel my selfishness into the service of others. Help me to give guidance and compassion to the lonely, to comfort those who are unable to come to terms with life, and bring hope to those who are lost. Grant that we judge them not, lest we judge ourselves. Perhaps one day I may be the kind of counsellor that you would wish me to be. Amen.
Amen.
Right. Everyone present, please be aware that under the decision made by the full council at its meeting on the 4th of March 2014, this meeting may be audio recorded and filmed for live or subsequent broadcast by members of the public or representatives of the media. Further information on audio recording and filming has been left on every seat in the public gallery. Members of the public, please make sure that you have read the visitors' notice, a copy of which has been left on every seat in the public gallery. It is particularly important that everyone present is aware of the evacuation procedure. On hearing the evacuation alarm bell, which will have a constant ringing, you should leave the meeting room at once by way of the nearest signed fire exit route to the front of the town hall. Agenda item 2, apologies. Chief Executive, please read out the apologies received for this meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Apologies have been received from Councillors Adams, Sue Anderson, Dunlop, Oakley, Price, Hoyne-Honig and Whittaker.
Thank you very much, Chief Executive. Agenda item 3, Mayor's announcements. It gives me great pleasure tonight to have my Mayor's Guide and Scouts here, and I'm about to present their badges. Members, it's now my great pleasure to present badges to Miss Poppy Pinner, the Mayor's Guide, out there, coming through, Master Charlie Pike, and Master Noah Main Venables, my grandson. Poppy, congratulations and thank you very much for being my Mayor's Guide this year. Young man, what would you say that you control? And well done, Noah, and so pleased that you are our Mayor's Scout for the first half of the year. Congratulations. And Charlie, you as well, and we will take over Noah's role later on this year. Many congratulations. Thank you. Yeah, got my notes? Right, yeah. next, I'm pleased to announce the Federation of Small Businesses Award. Members, I'm pleased to inform you that the Council was awarded Highly Commended in the 2013 Federation of Small Businesses Regional Small Business Friendly Awards. The award was in the Most Innovative Small Business Friendly Project category. It's my great pleasure to welcome Mr. Ken Moon, Federation of Small Businesses Wessex Regional Chairman, who will present the award to the Mayor, the Leader of the Council, Councillor John Beasley, the Chief Executive, Tony Williams, Christopher Clue, Senior Economic Development Officer. Right, I'm going forward again. Can I just say a quick word to Chris? Chris, you've been fantastic in Southbourne helping us there with our Southbourne Seabusiness Association. Making congratulations. Thank you very much for all your help.
Mr Mayor, Chief Executive, Leader of the Council, first of all, thank you very much indeed for giving me the opportunity to come and present the award to you and to say a few words. 2013 was the 5th year for Local Authority Small Business Awards. These awards continue to aim to recognise the significant work undertaken by local authorities in supporting the small business community. It is in essence a chance for us to acknowledge local authority economic support for small businesses. It provides the Council with an ideal opportunity to share their successes in promoting and championing local economic development. It enables the FSB to promote the very best examples of good work to all councils across the county and further afield. There are 3 awards in the categories: the best small business engagement, the most innovative small business friendly project, programme or campaign, and the best all-round small business friendly award. The FSB regions within the county are now following our other regions within the FSB are following our awards example. And we would hope this coming few years that we would even get to a national award. We publicise and promote winning nominations, and this year winning nominations have been forwarded to all peer authorities. The background to the awards is similar to over the last few years with current economic climate that continue to exist. Council-like businesses are finding operating conditions tough. It is all too easy to criticise councils, and we appreciate that it is drastically reduced budgets. It's even harder to balance all of the services that the council have to provide. The FSB tends to lobby council on many different issues, but it is important to note that we have very simply similar aims in supporting local small firms. Rather than just lobbying you, we also are keen to recognise that the work you undertake, which increases and helps our FSB members. The FSB remains very keen to recognise and acknowledge the organisations that go above and beyond to ensure that small businesses' voice is not only heard but is acted upon. We continue to value these awards extremely highly and consider them a vitally important part working together effectively with all local authorities. And we are very grateful to you for this invitation today, and we look forward to working and continue to work and your continued support. It is so good to see, in spite of these times of economic hardship, in many sectors, councils are doing their bit to provide the impetus that the British economy, through small businesses, so much needs. The 2013 campaign yet built on the excellent work of the previous year's awards. All councils in Dorset submitted at least one award nomination, and it is clearly encouraging that the total support and participation of all the Dorset councils. A total of 18 nominations from 9 councils, with a number of nominations highlighted in council initiatives, often offering a very clear indication of the importance of small businesses to the local economy. The standard of award and entries was again very high, and making it very difficult for us to choose between the very excellent initiatives that were put forward by the various councils. Just to give you a summary of the award that was given to the Bournemouth Borough Council. Bournemouth went into and actively asked the micro and small businesses what help they needed, and one of the clear messages from the local businesses was that they needed help on e-commerce and to identify the benefits of broadband. In developing this project, you were aware that many small businesses are using web presence to market their goods and services, but also using the capabilities of the internet to be one step ahead of their competition. Businesses wanted to know more about the superfast broadband and what the benefits are. The council applied for funding to work with the local chamber to market a number of free seminars to the local business communities, with particular keenness to ensure that it was promoted to smaller businesses. The council being aware that micro and small business don't often have the funds or indeed the time to promote their business through e-commerce. The council decided to hold breakfast, lunch and evening sessions to be an initiative as inclusive as possible, and to give every opportunity for as many businesses to participate. The seminars were led by specialist consultants who explained that broadband and specifically what the new superfast broadband can do for businesses. Almost 200 micro small businesses attended the sessions and with very good feedback. The council, with their desire to move to the next stage, aimed to host and meet the provider events so that businesses were able to meet products and service providers. The aim being is to provide businesses with the opportunity to receive advice and possibly to do business with other local businesses. Clearly the council is keen to listen, react and indeed support their micro and small businesses in the communities. And I may, if I may, finally congratulate the council as a whole, both the officers and indeed the councillors, for promoting and working as effectively as you do for small business. Thank you very much.
Can I just say thank you very much, Ken, for those comments. And small business are indeed the lifeblood of the town, certainly the area which I represent in Southbourne. And many congratulations and thanks once again to Chris Kalou, our Senior Economic Development Officer. He's been very influential in helping us in Southbourne. Thank you. Councillors, agenda item 4, declarations of interest. Chief Executive, would you please read out any declarations of interest?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. There are none.
Thank you. Agenda item 5, minutes of the previous council meeting. Members, do you confirm the record of decisions from the ordinary council meeting held on the 22nd of April 2014 and the annual council meeting held on the 30th of May 2014? Thank you. Agenda item 6, public questions. There are none. Agenda item 7, deputations. Members, do you agree to receive a deputation for Mr P. Methven in connection with the Town and Country Use Classes Order 1987? Do you agree? Thank you.
Mr Mayor, may I introduce to the Council Mr Methven.
Well, welcome to the Chamber, Mr Methven, and you have a total of 5 minutes in which to make your statement.
Thank you very much, Mr Mayor, for letting me speak. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Paul Methven, and I've lived in Fritham Gardens in the Throop and Muscliffe ward for the past 34 years. The subject I wish to bring to the Council's attention is that of the current planning law that allows public houses to be turned into supermarkets and certain other types of retail establishment, or indeed to be demolished without planning permission, unless the building is in a conservation area. As things stand, I believe, the Council can issue an Article 4 direction that then requires planning permission to be sought. But I understand the councils do not like using this power because, for instance, Mr Tesco can ask for compensation for the delays suffered, assuming planning is finally granted. What concerns me and many of my friends is that currently we have a very undemocratic situation where the first a community may know of a sold pub is when the shutters go up and a supermarket coming soon sign appears, for instance. And worse than that, the council that represents us can do very little about it as well. What I would like Bournemouth Council to do is petition the relevant government department, that headed by Eric Pickles, I believe, under the Sustainable Communities Act, to change the current law so that planning permission must be applied for in all cases where change of use or demolition is sought. The latest figure I've seen is that 30 plus English councils of all colours have so far put forward a request. To sum up then, a successful change in the planning law would give councils a chance to determine whether there is a local need for a particular establishment, if it has been offered for sale at a fair market price for a reasonable amount of time, and if it could be run as a going concern with the right management. This council should surely be given that chance. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Mr Mayor.
Thank you, Mr Methven. Please note that under Procedure Rule 22D, when the Council receives a deputation, there shall be no discussion on the points raised, and the matter shall stand deferred to enable the officers to prepare a report on the matters raised by the deputation. Thank you once again. Thank you. Agenda item 8, presentation of petitions. There are none. Agenda item 9, recommendations from Cabinet boards, committees and overview and scrutiny panels. Cabinet of the 30th of April 2014. Councillor John Beasley, I call upon you to move the adoption of the recommendations from the Cabinet meeting held on the 30th of April 2014.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I present the minutes of the Cabinet meeting held on the 30th of April 2014 and ask that they be received and adopted.
Thank you. Council, do you agree to adopt the minutes of the Cabinet meeting held on the 30th of April 2014? Thank you, members.